Good morning, everybody. The CACFP, that stands for the Child and Adult Care Food Program. What is the Child and Adult Care Food Program? It's a federally funded program administered by the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, Food and Nutrition Service, FNS. It provides reimbursement for nutritious meals and snacks served to eligible children and adults who enroll for care at participating child care centers and after-school care programs, the CACFP. Next slide, please. The basic qualifications for the CACFP participation as a licensed family day care home. To be eligible to participate in the CACFP, a family child care home provider must meet the following basic criteria. They have to be licensed to provide non-residential child care services. The child care facility must be located in a private residence of the provider or in the private residence of another person or persons, which may or may not be rented. Commercial properties, including those used by churches or schools, are not eligible to participate as a CACFP child care home. A provider can have no more than one home on the CACFP at any given time. The provider must sign an agreement stating they will follow all the rules and regulations of the CACFP. And each of us have reviewed the child care agreement. And that's where all the rules are. That is considered your contract. Next slide, please. The Tennessee license format. Please pay close attention to the notation section on your license. You see at the bottom here where they have the check marks. This agency is authorized to provide extended care services. This agency is authorized to provide before and after school services. Extended care must be selected for us to allow meals before 6 a.m. or after 6 p.m. Before and after school services must be checked for us to allow you to serve school-aged children when school is not in.
I'm sorry, Misty, let me jump in real quick and just want to emphasize this for our licensed providers. And this is Tennessee. The CACFP DHS office has been pushing back quite a bit on this requirement here recently. So again, I just want to reemphasize, if you are a licensed child care home provider and you're doing multiple shifts or you're serving meals before 6 or after 6 p.m., that extended care box must be checked. If extended care is not checked by default, your open hours according to licensing is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So the minute someone asks for a dinner at 6:30, a licensed provider, if that extended care box is not checked, DHS will not allow it. And before and after school services, something else they're looking at now. And again, just want to reemphasize what Ms. Duncan just stated. If that box is not checked, DHS will not allow us to reimburse you for meals served to school-aged children when they're not in school. All right, so and some of you have probably had us reach out to you to have you reach out to your PE to get those two boxes checked because you had a meal schedule or you had school agers enrolled, and in order to not have an issue with your meal reimbursement or your participation, we needed those two boxes checked. All right, so just be aware of that. Okay, Ms. D.
Okay. Unlicensed, alternate approved providers may only provide care between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Next slide. The basic qualifications for CAC participation, alternate approved family daycare home. To be eligible to participate in CACFP, a self-certified, alternately approved provider must meet the following general guidelines. A maximum of 4 children. This includes the related and the unrelated, resident and non-resident. If you have resident children that you're claiming, you will have to complete an income application, and we will explain this should this be the case for you. At least one unrelated child must be present at meal times to be eligible for the related children to be claimed. There must be at least one unrelated child present at each meal. Shifts are not allowed. Maximum hours of care are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. A health and safety checklist must be completed annually. You can see our checklist for comprehensive lists of requirements for alternate approved provider. Any non-compliance to the health and safety checklist is grounds for immediate terminations. Items included for the alternate approved or self-certified homes are a fire extinguisher, and this is just a partial list. A fire extinguisher, a first aid kit, smoke detectors, sign in and out sheets, and shot records of all the students that are in attendance. Caring for more than 4 unrelated children is considered illegal childcare, and CAREMU is required to report this to the Department of Human Services.
And Ms. Day, I want to make one correction here. For alternate approved daycare homes, caring for more than 4 children, period, is considered illegal childcare. So you are limited to those 4. And I want to emphasize that last bullet on the page: any non-compliance to your health and safety checklist, that's grounds for immediate termination. So what that means is that 30-item checklist has a bunch of things that you need to be compliant to. If we or DHS were to come in and only one of those things you're not compliant to, DHS says we should terminate your CACFP participation. Okay. All right, next page.
Basic qualification for CACFP participation in the state of Kentucky. To be eligible to participate in the CACFP, a family child care home provider must meet the following basic criteria: be licensed, certified, or registered through Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Human Services to provide non-residential child care services. Certified home must have a current certification. Registered home must have a yearly letter that they have completed the registered process. The child care facility must be located in a private residence of the provider or in a private residence of another person or persons, which may or may not be rented. Commercial properties, including those used by churches or schools, are not eligible to participate as a CACFP child care home. A provider can have no more than one home on the CACFP at any given time. The provider must sign an agreement stating they will follow all the rules and regulations of the CACFP. We consider this agreement your contract.